Well, if you haven't figured it out by now, we're in the beautiful city of Amsterdam in the Netherlands, about to do something we've never done before. We are going to take a riverboat cruise down
the Rhine and the Moselle rivers,
ending up in Zurich, Switzerland. The ship does not leave till tomorrow, so we have the entire afternoon to visit this beautiful city. Let's get cracking.
Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Pop, pop, it's showtime. Showtime, showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gone time. Oh, they don't know. Gone time. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up, I'm wearing Cuban links. Yeah. Designer mix. Yeah. Inglewood's finest shoes. Whoop, whoop. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. Woo, shit. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jacking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon.
Well, today's the day we board the river cruise, AmaMora. It doesn't leave till about 6 o'clock, and we are not allowed on until about 3. So we've given them our luggage, and we're on our way to the Keukenhof tulip gardens. To be very beautiful. Okay, we are at the Keukenhof Gardens, so we're about to go in and check this place out.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
It's May 5th, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are starting the river cruise. We're pulling away from the port right now. It's about 65 degrees and rainy, as you can see. Not very warm, very chilly. Hopefully it's going to get a little warmer.
Always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Day 3, and we are in Cologne, Germany. We are walking down the Rhine River now, and about to go see the Holy City. We are on a tour.
When the day that lies ahead of me seemed impossible to face,
Day 4, we're in Liechtenstein, Germany. We're about to go visit a fortress that I cannot pronounce the name of.
To the right, go all the way.
Wenn es runterfällt, sind wir gleich auf dem Boot. Das isn't so bad.
Yeah.
There's the lobby reception area. This is the hub of the ship. This is where all the daily updates to the following day's excursions are, as well as a lovely bar. And they have some nightly entertainment here as well. Offer spectacular views of the river. Here's our suite. It's the twin balcony suite. There's actually two balconies. One has a couple of nice chairs on it with a beautiful view of the Rhine River. And you have another one with a couple of chairs with a balcony that you can't go out on side on, but you could pull it open like sliding glass doors. Good sized bathroom. Not the biggest, but does the trick. This is the main dining room and only dining room. This is the captain's table restaurant where they have, it's a tasting menu, 7 courses. This is the top deck of the ship, a lot of outside seating and a beautiful path to run or walk around the ship looking at this beautiful view. They even have a small fitness room on the ship, hair salon, and a place to get a massage. We're in the ship's pool right now. It's fantastic. It's about 90 degrees in the water. The air temperature outside is about 65 degrees with the German town in back of us. Can't get any better than this.
We've just arrived in Cochem, Germany. We're on a hike to visit the Reichsberg Castle. And right now we are crossing a bridge together.
What are we crossing?
Bridge.
The Mosel.
Oh.
Screwed it
Now
up.
we...
We are now in the oldest city in Germany, Trier, Germany, about ready to go on a bike expedition with a guide. Well, that didn't work out too good. It's pouring rain, so we're on our way back to the ship. Absolutely freezing and it's pouring rain. Wonderful. Well, we're going to try this again. Stopped raining, but a lot of traffic. We're in the middle of a German town here. A little dicey. I hope we can make our way back to the ship even.
Now we're by ourselves.
Yeah, we're by ourselves, no guide. Well, we drove around for about a half hour. I don't know where the hell we are. I don't know where the boat is. Pouring rain again, and we're lost. So
Wish us luck.
Gotta be around here somewhere. But once we get back, that's it. We made it. Home ship home. Well, we gave up on the bikes. We tried it again. It stopped raining a little bit, and then it started pouring again. And we made it to the center of town where there's a bunch of shops, but we can't leave the bikes to go into the shops. Tried making it back. Nobody speaks English. Everybody just sprechen Sie Deutsch. We finally made it back, and now we are going to try it again on foot. See how that works out. We stumbled across the Trier, Germany cathedral, which was probably the highlight of today, because in general we will not have fond memories of Trier, Germany. It's been an absolutely miserable day. Good morning, we're here with the captain of the vessel, and he's allowed me to film the, what do they call it? The bridge. And so I'm just curious about the statistics of the ship. Can you explain that to me, the width and the length and everything?
The length is 135 meters, is just above 400 feet. The width is 1145 meters. We have two engines, Caterpillar, 1250 horsepower.
Diesels?
Diesels. And
Yeah.
a boat thruster of 680.
Wow. You could feel the power of the ship overnight when it's being propelled.
Yes, and actually we only make 60%.
Wow. So what's the top speed on this ship?
Test only one time. Top speed is if you come from the shipyard on a deep lake without current, without gravity, and then we make 26 kilometers an hour.
Wow.
We can carry 100,000 liter fuel. We have on board 400,000 liter fresh water, 52 crew.
It's a beautiful ship, and we're having a great time. Beautiful building.
Day 7, and I've been tasked with narration duties. We're in Bernkastel, Germany, on a hike up to the Landshut Castle. After that, to a local winery to taste some wine.
Excellent. I think you're graduating. You're going to be the new narrator. Beautiful hike along the countryside.
You think you lost all of your faith in believing. You think you'll never get another chance. But you can't just pack all of your things and believe it. You know one night can make a difference. You will never find it on your doorstep. Find it in your ship, and no you won't. Open your eyes and let the sun help. A new experience. Don't you hide your love, even for a minute, baby. Look inside.
We say in Germany before we start drinking wine loud and clear, Prost!
Rhine. Doing a little souvenir shopping in a typical German shopping center. What would you call this? Marketplace.
Could be your beginning. You could stop giving up. You will never find it on your doorstep. Find it in your tear ship, and no you won't. Open your eyes and let the sun help.
I'm with Makia now, correct?
Correct.
That's how you say it?
That's how I say it.
And I got to tell you, I've taken 100 or so ocean cruises. This is my first river cruise. And this is the first cruise director
that I've been more than impressed with. His knowledge on both wine and geography and the ship and the surrounding areas is just astounding. It's fascinating to listen to. So we are going through the Rhine Gorge now, and I wanted him to explain it to you so you can see these beautiful things.
So we are at the moment in the most beautiful sailing stretch of the Rhine, which is around us, the Rhine Gorge. It is famous because it is under protection of UNESCO as the area with the highest concentrations of castles. So every 10 to 15 minutes have castles popping up left, right. Beautiful, so more than 30 castles in this short sailing stretch between Koblenz and Rudesheim. Definitely one of the must of the Rhine.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you putting up with me.
No worries, no worries. It's a pleasure.
Look inside your love. Tell me how you finished. You can be a winner, baby. No, no, no. You'll find another. You'll find another way. Another way to feel love. You'll find another. You'll find another way. Another way to feel love. Find another way, baby. You'll find another. You'll find another way. Another way to feel love. You'll find another. You'll find another way. Another way to feel love.
This is day 8 of our river cruise, and we are in Rudesheim, Germany, and we are going for a 6-mile hike through the vineyards, apparently. Crossing our fingers it doesn't rain. Looks like good wine. We are back in Rudesheim, Germany. We haven't left yet, and now we're going to sample the Rudesheim coffee. It's supposed to be quite a spectacle.
Welcome in Rudesheim. This is original typical coffee here in this town.
Just got back from the Rudesheimer coffee house. We had our brandy in there?
Yeah.
Brandy in the coffee. It was okay. And now we were walking back in the drizzling rain to the ship
At 9
in
o'clock at night.
Rudesheim, Germany. Unbelievable. Pretty cool. We're in Heidelberg, Germany, and we are about to take a hike up to, where are we taking a hike? Philosopher's Walk. Oh, we made it to the top of Philosopher's Walk in Heidelberg, Germany. And we started at about 300 feet above sea level, and now we're up at 1,300 feet above sea level, which you can see with this gorgeous view. Beautiful. The sun's out, and we are in Strasbourg, France, and we're going to try to do the bike again, going on a nice city tour with the bike. Looks good. Cross our fingers.
one of the dozens of locks that we have to go through from one height of the river to another height, and you have to go through a series of lock systems, and they're really cool. We've already been through about a dozen of these locks on our voyage so far. And it's an amazing thing, the lock system. The water comes down from the Alps in the form of rain and snow. It melts and it comes down. And if you didn't have the locks, this would just be one giant rapid moving very, very fast all the way to the ocean. And you wouldn't be able to, there's no way of controlling the depth of the river. So they channel it off with these locks, and you're able to control the height of the water. This particular ship needs about 12 feet to get through the river, but larger ships may require more depth.
Nowhere which I know. Faces everywhere, pulling grins and signs and things, telling me not them and it's no go. I need a reason, I can't think without one now. Too much learning got to show. Call it treason, maybe that you don't know how. Too many things, too much to know. Gather on the wind, lady screaming, lady leave me out. 'Cause sometimes people stand down.
We are outside of Freiburg, Germany. The last day, we are hiking up the Black Forest, doing a couple-mile hike, and I believe we both have COVID-19. We have not taken a test, but we have all the symptoms. We know, unfortunately, all too well because we've had it 2 other times. So we feel like crap, but we're gonna power through and make the best of it. We were debating coming here because we were not feeling that well to the Black Forest. But anybody who's coming to this area of Germany, you've got to come here. This place is just loaded with all sorts of little waterfalls and streams. It's probably the best place we've been on this vacation, hiking-wise, thus far. Fantastic. The Black Forest. I'm licking. Next stop, Zurich.
We hope.
While we are in rainy Zurich, Switzerland. It's absolutely miserable weather, and what's even worse is I think that our paragliding in the Lucerne area is probably going to be canceled because of the weather. So I'm not too happy at this point. Trying to find some coffee.
Wanna go there?
Are you enjoying your Swiss coffee in a Swiss bistro in Zurich, Switzerland?
Yes,
In the spinach quiche?
it's delicious.
Well, the sun finally came out, and we are on a tour taking us to a boat ride. And then we are going on a walking tour of the city, apparently, the old part of the city. And then we are going to the most special place,
Lindt Chocolate Factory.
Lindt Chocolate Factory. We're going to gorge ourselves full of chocolate. Oh.
I love chocolate. And because my husband loves me, he brought me here.
Which one are you trying now?
White chocolate. No words.
This is, what chocolate are you trying, Tilly?
This is the dark chocolate. Unbelievable.
Delicious. Well, we are on the final night of our European vacation, our river cruise vacation. We are in Zurich, Switzerland. It shouldn't turn out too well. The weather's not been great. The main thing we wanted to spend an extra couple nights here for is to go paragliding in the Lucerne area off of the mountains, and that got canceled due to the weather. Other than that, it was very nice. As far as the cruise goes, we took the AmaMora, Ama Waterways. I would recommend it, definitely. It's much different than an ocean cruise. In an ocean cruise, you have many more places to sit, you have many more restaurants, you have much more to do on board. But floating down the river, looking at the scenic views, the picturesque farms, and historic castles were absolutely magnificent. I really enjoyed it. We had a great time.
We had a great time. A very different experience, but one I would recommend if you haven't done a river cruise.
Yeah.
Very different speed, but a lot to learn, and you kind of get into the rhythm of, a slower pace.
That's probably the one thing I didn't really care for, is there is not a lot of places to sit. There was the main lounge and then up on deck, but that's it.
And if the weather's bad, you're not going up on
Right,
deck.
so there's really one spot.
It was an amazing experience, and we had some great adventures. And
Definitely, it's an older crowd for sure. It's a slower pace, but there's plenty to do. The excursions are fantastic. Food was fantastic. The staff bent over backwards to make us happy. So I would highly recommend AmaMora with Ama Waterways. Anything else?
That'll do it.
Until next time.